Hello and welcome to The Modern Teacher. In this video, let us understand Indian Constitution and its uniqueness. But let us start from the scratch. What is a constitution? It is a rule book. There are some basic principles that government and people should follow, and all this stuff is mentioned in this constitution. Our intellectuals took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to finish this constitution, and after several debates and deliberation, constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949 and it came into force on 26 January 1950, and we celebrate this day as Republic Day. But what makes Indian constitution different and unique from others? Number 1. Lengthiest written constitution in the world. When it was adopted in 1949, 395 articles were there in the constitution. Present day, somewhere around 470 articles are there. Reasons are very simple. Vastness of the country. India is the 7th largest country in the world, and there is only a single constitution both for center and the state. And last but not the least, dominance of law experts in making it. There are more number of lawyers in the Constituent Assembly, and because of that thing, they made this constitution very big. Number 2. Indian constitution was drawn from various sources. We took all the good aspects of different constitutions around the world and molded it to our Indian interests. Number 3. It is a blend of rigidity and flexibility. Let me explain this thing with an example. Constitution is just like your Android mobile phone. If you want to install an app through Play Store, it can be done easily. This is what flexibility is. But if you want to download and install an app through an APK file, your phone is not going to allow it. This is rigidity. In the same way, few parts of the constitution can be changed easily and few are very difficult to change. Number 4. Federal system with unitary bias. First, let us understand what is unitary government and federal government. In unitary government, all the powers are vested with central government, and central government will delegate some powers to local bodies and to the states. But when the central government wants, it can snatch all the powers from these local bodies. So central government is very powerful. In the other hand, we are having federal government, and the features are completely different from this unitary government. In federal form of government, dual government will be there. That is central government and state governments. And there will be distribution of powers between center and state. This is different from delegation of powers. We are having 3 lists of subjects or powers. Central list where only center is having power to change laws or to make laws. State list where only state can make laws, and concurrent list where both center and state can make laws. Next feature of federalism is the constitution should be a written constitution. I told you Indian constitution is the lengthiest written constitution. Another feature of federalism is rigidity and supremacy of the constitution. Couple of minutes ago, I told you constitution cannot be changed easily, and any law made in India cannot go against the constitution. So this is what supremacy of constitution is. Independent judiciary is also one of the features of federalism. The Indian judiciary is the most powerful organ in governance, and the executive and legislative cannot interfere in its functioning. So far everything is good, and Indian constitution looks like a federal form of constitution and a federal form of government. But in the actual case, India is not completely federal. Indian constitution is not entirely federal. Reasons: center can snatch the power of state by issuing emergency or president's rule. So it is having some unitary feature. Law can be made by the state only in some normal conditions. So what are these abnormal conditions? It will be determined by the central government. States are not involved in making this constitution in 1949. 90% of the constitution can be changed without state consent. So-called independent judiciary, and the judges for this independent judiciary will be appointed by the President of India, who is a part of Parliament. Thus, Indian government is a quasi-federal, which is a hybrid or mixture of both this federal and unitary form of government. And that's why we call Indian government as a federal government with unitary features. If you found this video informative, give me a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and share this video to the maximum extent to all your friends and family members. Signing off, this is your Modern Teacher.